A lottie, a dotty, a lottie dotty. We like to party. A lottie dotty. We like to party. A lot. Good morning, everyone. Tom. Good morning. Good morning, Viet Tom. Good morning, everyone. Bomb, aka Nostra. Wait. Good morning, everyone. Tom, aka Nostradamus. I am the Thomas. Heyo, Koska in the house. How you doing? Huge mistakes were made. Bitcoin, market. We'll talk. There's some things in the market I want to talk about. Better Call Saul. Want to talk about Better Call Saul? Maybe I'll tease Kurt with my Costco story and leave him hanging again. My Costco story wasn't that exciting, guys. That's why I didn't finish it. But you know what? What the hell? I got some airspace to fill because you know how the beginning of these streams are. I don't know what we're gonna talk about. I'm gonna wait for you guys to chime in and lead me. Otherwise, this is gonna be a quick one. I mean, I'm tapped out the market. I really am sleeping. So Costco, I was at Costco. I don't move too quickly in my old age. You know, I have some things like potentially rheumatoid arthritis, lots of pains, things like that. Still trying to figure it out with the doctors. Maybe it's just too many energy drinks eating my bones up. But there's this. I've complained about this before, right? Like Costco. If you were going to truck driving school to learn how to drive a truck, on your first day, you could back a semi-trailer down Costco aisles. That's how wide they are. They're so freaking wide. On your first day, you would master. You could take a semi and back it up. I don't know if you've ever backed up a trailer. It's not easy. So I can't imagine a semi. But the aisles are so freaking big, you could back a semi truck up. Your first day. That's how wide they are. And I've always complained about how like a family of four will manage to take up that entire aisle and like zigzag and look at that. Oh, let's eat that. Slowly, moving slowly, right? Anyway, sure enough, I get behind this old man and this lady. He's hugging the aisle and kind of just moving really slow, and his wife. So they're taking up like this, like most of the aisle, about half the aisle, right? Two people taking up about half the aisle. And I'm just like, my God, I don't know how I'm not the slowest person in Costco. But I always manage to get behind a couple that's slower than me or a family or whatever. So I do the move. Like, it's not like I have I don't have 90 or 120. I have like 60. I can put it at 60, you know, maybe 5 miles over the speed limit. So I move, and I edge around, and then I finally go, you know, so I do like I pass him. Right? I pass him. It's kind of like this. I pass him and go into the aisle I want. He didn't have to slow down or anything. And he just starts like cussing. I guess I'll just start running people over that cut me off. I'm pushing a cart. He's like, I guess I'll just run over people that. I just turn around. I'm like, dude. Okay, so I know I have enough experience in life that I know that I'm going to meet this guy like 3 or 4 times, and he's going to get in my way like the entire trip, like 3 more aisles, getting to the cash register, getting out of Costco and everything, right? That happens to me so many times. Like, I don't know if that's just because you just remember this shit. Greg in the house. How you doing, brother? So I'm cruising. I'm over by the cold, the fridge section, cold items. I'm picking up. I'm going to pick up my little pack of guacamole, right? Alexander in the house. No, I was pushing a cart. It probably won't be too much longer before I have to be lifted into a freaking driving cart. But as of right now, I can still walk and push a cart. I don't want to be a cart driver. I would want my own cart because I'm a germaphobe. Ah, man, that ASMR video that Farnswoggle P. Horsetooth freaking posted. If that kind of shit, if you enjoy that kind of shit, you're weird. You're a freaking weirdo. I don't know what the, like that thing almost made me vomit when she was slurping down that slushy. Slushy? It might as well be called slushy. That's what it sounded like she was doing. It was eating a slew. All right. So, sure enough, I'm going over to get my guacamole. Sure enough, the dude just comes right out the aisle and cuts me off, right? Just oblivious, just not even. And I'm like, oh, I guess I should run people over that just cut me off. And he turned around and looked at me. He's like, huh? I'm like, dude, you just cussed me out over there for cutting you off when I really didn't cut you off. And you just go, oh, if you don't like it, blah, blah, blah. He starts cussing me out. I'm like, okay, dude. I just walked away and I said, continue to be pissed off at the world the rest of the day. So anyway, I'm like I got some violence in me. You're a normie. Why are you a normie? Look, guys, I have a violent, like, there's a violent, like, I have flashes of rage and flashes of violence. I've spent my entire life, like, it's weird. Like, I have flashes, like, I just want to bash someone's head in. I don't know if I should be saying that on YouTube. There might be it's an expression. Yeah, I just want to go, like, King Kong on people. But then I'm bipolar, because at the same time, I don't want to hurt anyone. And I would feel, the testosterone gets flowing. But then if I hurt someone afterwards, I would feel that I would be devastated. So it's a tough life. It's hard out there for a pimp. The mukbangs are fun. The mukbangs, I've heard that word recently. Mukbangs. The mukbangs. The mukbangs. What's a mukbang? MLG Hectic 101 in the house. Man, you're still bullish on DFK? I am too, but 6 viewers in the house, 2 likes. I miss baby pleb. I need a whip sound. I need a whip sound. Maybe mukbang, like, I've seen that word. I don't know if I'm just having one of those moments. What the F is a mukbang? Like, I feel like I've heard that word recently, but I don't know why. Or maybe I'm just mukbang. Oh, that person in the YouTube video had mukbang. A person eating a large, and yeah, okay, that's where I did it. It was on that title. I think you might have spelled it right. That video was disgusting. Like, I want to peek into Farnswoggle's soul. I want him to show his YouTube history. He might need some therapy. I need therapy after watching that video. Let's see. ASMR mukbang. Oh, that was so freaking disgusting. Nicole? Is it Nicole? If you're out there, do not click on that video. You get bummed out when I drink on that thing was it's the ASMR food. That's some weird shit, guys. I don't get me wrong. There's sounds that are definitely soothing, so I guess it kind of makes sense. But like going out of your way to watch videos on it, I don't know. Like for me, I'm more of a give me some ocean waves or some rain or some thunderstorms. You know, that kind of white noise. I grew up with that stuff in Kansas, so not crickets, grasshoppers. They say or oh, you know what we forgot? Ding 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 ding. Costco water, Kirkland water, Kirkland. I think Jason called Kirkland an S brand, a ship brand. For most things, yes, but their toilet paper and water, cheap, can't be beat. Costco saved my butt during the COVID times. Another Costco story. Early COVID, I had to go to Costco at 9 a.m. on like a Tuesday. Stand in it was like a Black Friday line. It was wrapped all the way around the store, through the parking lot, over to like Home Depot, just so I could buy toilet paper. At one point, so I prepared just in case. Last fall, I had like 11 cases. I had 11 cases of toilet paper. Like every time, so I go to Costco once a week, you know. So it got to a point where I had like every time I went, I would buy like 1 or 2 cases of toilet because I didn't want that. Yeah, I didn't want to have to worry about it. You know what I'm saying? The second time around, I didn't want to have to like worry about running out of toilet paper or paying a bunch for it or. There was a great episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm. If you've never watched that show, it is better than Seinfeld in my opinion. Same vein kind of. It's all mostly unscripted. They have like a plot idea, but most of the show they just it's just off the cuff talking, improv or whatever. But they had a great episode with there's a really famous dude. We mentioned him yesterday. I can't think of his name right now. We were going through movies and we ran across him. I think we did. And he was a hoarder, a COVID hoarder. Had like closets full of. It was pretty funny. Anyway, Better Call Saul, biggest rug pull in the history of television shows last night. Really, I mean It's not as bad as Breaking Bad because they're doing this mid-season split. With Breaking Bad, it was brutal because you had to wait like a year plus between the split of the 2 seasons. Better Call Saul it's only like 6 weeks. So I think sometime in July, maybe early August, it picks back up could be worse, but no spoiler alerts, and the ending was pretty cray-cray. It's going to be a long 6-week wait. I'm going to need some stuff to watch. I just started rewatching Letterkenny again. Excuse me. If you've never watched Letterkenny, I'm telling you, the show is freaking genius and hilarious. It could be a tough show. It's one of those tough shows. It was for me anyway. And Trailer Park Boys was even worse. But it takes a while. Some people, like my friend, I recommended it, and he's pretty hard-headed. A lot of times he won't take my recommendations, or he'll take it with like almost like there's no way. Nah, that's not fair. Like some shows, like what's that show we just watched that we all love? Serenity? No. It has its own channel. Severance. He watched that and he was hooked right away. But Letterkenny, he was hooked right away. But for me, it took me like 3 or 4 tries on the first. You've got to be in that mood. You got to be in that mood for that type of humor. you know how it is. Like if you're not really in the mood and you're just kind of surfing and it doesn't, it's kind of like a YouTube video. If, you click on a YouTube video, they say if you don't get the attention in like the first 10 seconds, it's over. So if you're not in that mood for that, but if you stick to it and you are really truly in a mood for humor, you'll love it. If you like sports, you'll love it. I know there's a lot of hockey. I don't even watch hockey, but I really enjoyed the hockey in the show. If you're Canadian, you'll love it, most likely, unless you hate that kind of humor, that people just don't get that kind of humor. So I'm kind of at a point where I need something to watch. Someone asked me, well, my friend asked me yesterday, is Oz any good? Never really watched Oz. I've heard great things about that. Maybe I'll give that a go. I don't know that I'm really in the mood to watch a show that's in 4:3. Maybe it's remastered in HD now. It probably is. But then when they stretch it, I don't really like that. That really bothers me. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. You can't tell, but whenever you see me doing, like, you see my arms moving, I'm constantly just dusting my desk. I need to get a desk where I don't see the dust. You're watching Halo. What, on Twitch? Is there a movie or a show? I'm not a big fan of the game Halo. I never really I always thought I played it 3 or 4 times. I'm like, this is the dumbest game in the world. Why do people like this game? I don't get it. You just run around and shoot these weird robots. You fly around. You collect these items. You collect these little emblems. Oh, you can dual wield. Oh yeah. I didn't get it. Halo TV series. Pablo Schreiber. News. Oh, it's on Paramount. And this can't be any good. It's got a 7.0, probably because all the nerds are voting it up, even though it's not any good. Oh, that guy looks familiar. Well, it kind of looks like Mark Zuckerberg. I don't notice anyone that I don't recognize anyone. Let's see what we got. Oh, wait, he looks like the dude from The Wire. Is that the dude from The Wire? He was in that movie with Gerard Butler as a sheriff, and he's a bank robber. That was a really good movie. If that's the dude from The Wire, I like him. I think that is. I'm almost certain it is. Halo, Candy. Orange is the New Black. I don't remember him in that, but I kind of stopped watching that show. Den of Thieves. Yeah, that's a great freaking movie if you've never seen it. So yeah, this is the guy from The Wire. I like him. White Collar. I used to watch that show. Weeds, man, I don't remember in that. Person of Interest used to be a great show that, like, I started really went off the rails. It's Always Sunny in Philly. I definitely don't remember him. Oh, A Very Sunny Christmas. That's like the least watched episode I've watched of that series. Life on Mars. I think this used to be I love this show. I love this freaking show, and it got canceled like first season. The ending was the ending was really stupid though. So it was Gretchen Mol, yeah, she's hot as shit. Pablo, that's a weird. He doesn't look like a Pablo Schreiber. What kind of? That sounds like Mexican German or something. The Wire. Nick Sabaka. Yeah, he's one of the Sabakas. Oh my goodness. Is this channel about stock market and crypto or who? Oh, whoa. Actually, I might have to check this out just because I like this dude. Oh wait, how did Gretchen Mole is not Shabana Azmi, India, 1950. Natasha Kuzak, Olivia Gray, and Bentley. Let's see who these people are. Known for The Witcher. There's another show people like that I don't know, man. I need to give that another try. All the nerds at my work tell me how great it is. He looks kind of familiar. I haven't seen him talk about. Bitcoin's going down. Oh! Not showing my screen. I've been having some packet loss. Oh, bad. It's bad. Oh, wait. I'm pinging something that doesn't exist. All right. Yeah, I've been having okay, so I'm pretty sure I'm still live. I've been having some packet loss. I probably need to restart my modem. You know, I'm lazy. I have to walk to the garage and shit. I apologize. I was looking at IMDb and you guys couldn't even see. I'm just in my own little freaking world. But silver linings. You get to look at this. That's my Robert De Niro. You get to look at this beautiful, handsome. Look at these green, gorgeous eyes. I stop women in their tracks. I'm wheeling around Costco. I give them a little. They take a look at they just freeze. They're just like, oh, baby, how you doing? All right. I'm joking, everyone. Let's get logged into Tastyworks. I want to talk about, apparently, this might be the end. Like, this might be the beginning of the crash. Snapple had a bad earnings report, and everyone just assumes, well, if Snapple's not getting ad revenue, everything's effed, and the market's going to tank. So, kind of leads into my theory that I've mentioned a few times recently, where I think there's a good chance, I'm saying there's a chance that, you know, this round of earnings is going to be miserable and bad guidance and stuff. I almost feel like it's a strategy a lot of companies are using right now, just so that they can kind of reset everyone's brain. And then the next round will probably be, my guess is the next round of earnings will probably, because they're going to be going against numbers that aren't impossible to beat, like they were, you know, a lot of these numbers that they're trying to beat right now are really almost impossible, considering everything that's going on. So the next quarter, I think that eases a lot. And as long as, like, supply chain, we really want to keep an eye on the supply chain. I kind of do think that China is dragging their toes on us just to hurt us. I mean, I wouldn't blame them. You know, if you were from China, the Chinese government, and you see an opportunity, right? Whether it's us against China, us against Russia, we're always looking for angles to get edge, right? And when it comes to, you know, when China is like a big part of the supply chain, and they can use that as a weapon, the supply chain could be a weapon, and there's a good chance that's going on. We'll have to see. My guess is, I think we are near a bottom, though it could go down more. I'm saying we're near a bottom. I'm not saying we're at a bottom. This could have been the bottom. This could have been the bottom. Today, actually, it's ugly. It's ugly. The Nasdaq's down 300, mostly on Snapple. I said Snapple. You guys probably don't remember this, but in the 90s, Snapple was basically Apple or Tesla or Facebook, you know. Snapple was one of the biggest stocks in the stock market before. This is before like the dot-com boom and shit. It was a much different time, guys. I've been through it. Anyway, Snapchat had bad earnings and they really bad guidance, and so the stock market tanked. You know, you pile in Target, Walmart having bad earnings, so there's a lot of people out there going, you know, shit's pretty bad. So it's probably going to be pretty bad. Continue to go down, continue to go sideways. Bitcoin looks like it's below 29,000. All things considered, Bitcoin's holding up pretty good, right? I mean, if Bitcoin bottom is anywhere between 30 and 20,000, I'm not going to complain. And it might be that while for the next 1 to 2 years. It's going to be boring. I don't know how I'm going to keep your attention for the next 1 to 2 years. That's why I talk about other things, right? And people that enjoy coming and hanging out with me, we can talk. Jason in the house. Fifi Faux Baggins in the house. How you doing, brother? Yeah, so deals everywhere. I got no dry powder either. None. Zero. That's why I'm considering practicing what I preach and like start making like 7-10 minute YouTube videos and trying to make passive income and a little bit of extra income on YouTube. 200, 500, $1,000 a month on YouTube, right? That's 200, 500 or $1,000 a month on YouTube. I could plow into crypto for the next 2 years, right? So we'll have to see how that goes. Because I do believe I'm the kind. It's such a hard thing, right? I'm morally torn because I don't really want to, you know, like I don't mind getting YouTube ad revenue, right? Because you're gonna watch the videos anyway. I mean, I don't want you to have to watch ads. I hate it. It's tough, right? I believe in working hard, putting in a lot of work, and you know, like you can make good money teaching on videos and doing YouTube. But at the same time, you know, I don't know. I have a hard part with, you know, accepting money or whatever. So, but at the same time, I'm like, I understand that like work hard, make a lot of money so that you can retire, right? You don't retire comfortably by doing everything free your whole life. Nimrod in the house. How you doing, brother? Wheat price going up? Of course it is. I mean, there's going to be a wheat shortage. There's going to be a corn shortage. There's going to be a soybean shortage. ZW. Like I remember, look at this, $1,200. Is that a bushel? No, what is wheat? 1,200? I don't even, 1,200. Like how much is one wheat future worth? Like 100,000 bushels? You know how I know it's a bushel? It's not because I have a 200 IQ. It's because I grew up on a wheat farm in Kansas with asthma. It was terrible. Wheat, man, when you're harvesting wheat, that shit's almost as dangerous as working in a coal mine. There's just wheat dust everywhere. What is a lot of wheat futures? Margin 70 cents per $3,500 per contract. So it's like 4,000 bushels. How many bushels of wheat? 5,000 bushels. So did you know you can buy a wheat future and if it expires out of the money, how does that work? You buy I don't know, you buy the future, you buy the wheat future, or no, you sell it. You sell the wheat future. So say I sell it here at $1,182 and it continues to go up in price. And I've seen people do this with wheat, with corn. I even did a big server SAN install for this huge like corn company. They actually had traders, two traders that worked for them, and they would trade corn futures, and you could take delivery. So you would sell if you think corn's going to go up in price, but you don't want the corn now. You could sell the corn future and it will continue to go up in price. So like 2 month later, 45 days later, it's about to expire, but it's considerably more now to buy corn. Well, you could let your corn future expire and you would buy it at the price you sold it at 45 days ago, and then they would deliver it. It's technically the same thing with like gold and silver. You could sell gold, a gold future that has a notional value of something crazy like 100,000 or plus. And if your gold continued to go up, and if it continued to go up in price and you let it expire, theoretically they could deliver you that gold, but I don't think they really do that anymore. I think that's just some like old school shit. I don't even know if they do that with corn and wheat anymore, but they probably just settle your account. You would probably have to have some special account set up with some broker that was specifically designed to do that these days. But of course, wheat's going up. Man, I was trading this in like 2007. Or maybe, I don't know, 2009, 2000, I don't know, circa after the crash, before the crash, I don't remember. But it was going between like even just recently. Wow. When is this? 2021? Back then it was between like 300 and 600 was pretty much its, go back. I don't know if this really goes back that far. No, but between like 300 and like 6 and 700 would be a pretty big move. But man, but I don't know who was smart enough to get into this trade, right? You would have expected this to happen much earlier in our crisis. So I don't know. Is this because of the Russia war? Like COVID wasn't enough to make it go up here, but then the Russia war? What is even going on in the Russia war these days? I don't freaking know. Let's see if that's headlines on Apple News. Russia launched all-out assault to encircle Ukraine. Yeah, that's all we got. Oh, here we go. Excuse me. Breaking news. Oh, what sound effects do I need? Which one did I say I needed earlier? I don't freaking remember. Ah, Tom. I need the breaking news. I need a breaking news sound effect. My water's getting warm. Oh, perfect timing. Just got some new ice. Another homage to crime crypto this morning. I added your mom. He does that sometimes. I love it when he does that. So I added your mom to the title. I paid $87 to fill up my car yesterday. How many gallons, dog? How many gallons? The last time I paid like 60 some. I have like a 13 or a 15 gallon tank. $60, $70. Who cares these days? If you had a truck, it'd probably be $200. If you had like a 30 gallon, 20 gallon truck, I'm not even phased by gas price. Gas prices could be $10. I don't give a shit. Get us off fossil fuels. Hydrogen and solar. Don't get me started. I think the bridge is already over. You know how you look back in the stock market, you don't know when the bottom or the top's there, but then you look back and it looks obvious. I think the same thing's happening with global warming and the end of the human race. We're going to look back and I don't know, as early as 10 years into the future. Because it's happening fast, guys. It is. People are just, well, I'm actually very observant and hyper aware, very aware of I'm like, one of my good skills is I actually observe people when I talk to them and I listen to them. And I'm really good at reading body language or just reading things in general. And even the planet. I observe, right? I play mental games where I'll like try and remember what people are wearing on a day and things like that to keep my mind sharp. Plus the neurotropic that's in here. I walk around like Limitless, dude. Limitless and Goodwill Hunting. I see numbers in the matrix. I see numbers green flowing down. I see derivatives and second order differential equations and summations flying through the air at me, and I just immediately understand them all. What else do we got going on? I can see in the fourth, fifth, and sixth and seventh dimensions. I'm talking to Harvey in the fourth, Bob in the fifth, and Zidart in the sixth. The seventh, I'm still learning the language, so we're just using hand signals right now. It's very slow going. I have no idea what possessed me to say any of that, guys. No idea. 14 gallons. Man, what is the price of gas? Because that's about what I got, and that sounds expensive. Oh, you're in LA though, so I think it's more expensive where I am than LA. Let me take a look. Well, let's just look at Cali. Cali average gas price. $6 makes a lady's holler. $6. Are you kidding me? A year ago, it was $4. I remember it was 1983. Wheat's dropping. Did you short wheat this morning? Wheat's down 17 handles, everyone. Did you short wheat? I remember it was like 1983, 84, 1985. It was 1985. I was a sophomore in high school. Don't do the math. I don't want to hear it. I filled up my Toyota Corolla and I was ecstatic. I was ecstatic because gas prices had plummeted for a little while and it was 50 cents a gallon. Not too long before that, it was like somewhere between like $1, $1.50, something like that. 50 cents a gallon. I filled up my car for like $10, dude. Are you kidding me? I mean, it was a Toyota Corolla. I didn't have heated seats. I didn't have serious. I mean, there's guys, trade-offs to everything. That merch down below, t-shirt trade-offs to everything, and I don't effing know. Down below, click the link along with the masterclass. Kurt, I can't wait. I almost can't wait till Kurt goes to Israel. It really bums me out that he can't hang out in the stream as much. Barnswoggle P Horsetooth. I need to get that scratch from I forget what song it is on. It's a dope ass scratch on the License to Ill. That's another thing I need. Yeah, those were the days. Those were the freaking days. 80s hands down. 80s is hands down the best decade. The hippies from the 70s will tell you differently, but they didn't have cocaine. I never did cocaine. Don't get me wrong, but I hear it's amazing. It sounds amazing. Running around doing the problem is that the hippies in the 70s gave us AIDS, right? So took a lot of us down in the 80s, but the 80s best music. Don't get me wrong. I loved the rock in the 70s. A lot of it. Jimi Hendrix, obviously a god. In fact, this morning I woke up, was looking at the sunset in the mountains, and then I stood up next to the mountain and chopped it down with the edge of my hand. But the 80s is the best music. It's not even no contest. No, most of the time I'm listening to the 80s. You can click on Spotify in the Discord. When I'm listening, it'll show. In fact, streaming Bitcoin. Huge mistakes. I should have did my huge thumbnail again. What is wrong with me? But you'll see what you can hover over it when it says Spotify and it'll show what I'm listening to. Most recently it was a little bit of vocal techno or whatever vocal house, or I don't know. But 8 or 9 times out of 10, it's going to be 80s. I got an 80s playlist. You can follow it. I love that 70s show. But I actually like the spinoff a lot, that 80s show. It has Dennis from It's Always Sunny in it, and it has this chick I really like too. I can't remember. Tuesday, her name in the show was Tuesday. She was on Grey's Anatomy for a while too. I really liked her. The show, there was a famous Asian guy on there too. I mean, semi-famous. It only lasted 13 episodes. Shiler Lay. Yeah, I really like. What else was she in? Eddie Shin, maybe. Tinsley Grimes, Eddie Shin, maybe. Yeah, he looks familiar, but I was thinking more of like the dude from. Oh, Brittany Daniel, man, I used to have such a crush on her. She was in Joel Dirt. Oh my goodness, she's so fine. Oh, and she has the dick, and It's Always Sunny. I'm like, okay, I don't care. I mean, someone that fine with a dick, I can live with it. I play in Talking Heads. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Wait a second. Why did that excite? I was thinking of something. Talking Heads. I play in it. What do you play, Farnswoggle? I listen to a lot of talk. My girlfriend, what's that? Do you play? How does it go? My girlfriend, I have a lot of, I love the Talking Heads. I like them a lot. There's at least several of their songs in my playlist. My Girlfriend's Better Than Yours. That's probably my favorite song of theirs. Watch that not even be the Talking Heads. But I remember that being the album cover when the song comes on. Are you vocals, guitar, bass, drums? The stream has stopped until you answer. 7:15 a.m. It's only 65 degrees out. Feels like it's 130 already. I get to see Farnswoggle right now. He pulled over to type. He's in a Talking Heads band. Then he got back in traffic, and then he's like, "God damn it!" Now he's pulling over again. Yeah, my girlfriend is better than yours, bitch. What are you? Vocals, backup, fluffer, fluffer in the green room. What are you, bro? I'm dying to know. Same as it ever was. Oh, Down by the River is another one. I think that's how it goes, right? I love that song too. They were part of that movie about that famous club in New York. It was pretty interesting. Bassing. Oh, nice. What is it that gravitates a lot of bass players to also do a keyboard? Right, I know that I really like this band. I was really bummed when they split up. I can't remember their name right. Oh, Wolf Mother. I really, really like that album they did, and you know that song where they're going to Las Vegas on what's that famous movie with what's his face from Limitless? I swear to God, I have a great memory, guys, but I get on the mic and it takes all my focus. But another great song. But he played bass and keyboard. I see a lot of band players that do bass a lot of times also double on the keyboard. Is it an easy transition or something? Did you start off on keyboard because your mom made you take piano lessons and then you couldn't hack it as a lead guitar, so you went to bass? I'm kidding, man. I do it because I suck at guitar. Don't get me wrong. But I always thought, man, maybe I should go to bass. right? Maybe I should play bass instead. There's no way. That has to be way easier, right? You just play a few chords, right? Yeah. No, I know the good ones are really good. All right. So the stock market, shit's on fire, guys. I don't even know if I want to get back. I'm enjoying today's conversation. So again, this can always be a stream. We'll talk about whatever the hell you want. Prices of gas, yoga poses. I don't know any. I think. We could talk about spinning. I know Kurt likes to spin. How many spins are you on, Kurt? If you've never been to meatspin.com, please. I don't even know if it's still showing there. I don't even know if saying meatspin.com is going to get me in trouble with the YouTube algorithm. Do not. I have no idea if that image. This is old. This is an old school like Gotham. This is Gotham before Gotham. Do not go to meatspin.com. But I'm on like 2 billion spins now. Bass is crown. I'm a master musician. That's freaking awesome, dude. Like, how long have you been playing bass? So you mostly do like, do you just specifically do Talking Heads, or do you do other stuff? Is 80s this kind of like this Talking Heads music the only kind of music you like? Who are some of your famous bass players, right? Because I would argue that what's his face from Tool is top 10 bass player. Can you play? What was Fish? The cop's name was Fish. It had a cool bass intro on the show. They were cops in like New York or something. Man, I'm talking like this is a 70s show, so. Yeah, the bass intro on Seinfeld. Oh. I'm burnt out, everyone. I'm burnt the F out. I'm burnt out on crypto. I'm burnt out on the stock market. I'm tired. I've been on a bus that's flipped 17 times. I need a nap. I've not been sleeping well in the last 3 nights. I want to call in sick and just try and sleep all day, but I know I won't be able to. I need a new drug, as Huey Lewis would say. One that won't make me sick. All right, so Les Claypool of Primus with a 6-string bass is a monster. I like Winona's Big Brown Beaver. I love that song, but that's about where me and Primus, I think they had another song I like. Call me a normie. Call me a, what is it when you only like the popular songs? I never really put in a lot of effort to liking Primus. In fact, Winona's Big Brown Beaver, the race car, isn't there a race car one? I hated that song, but I was this kind of kid, like I hated When Doves Cry from Prince and a few other, because back then, the radio stations, you don't understand, guys. You would have a boom box and you would sit around all day making mixtapes, sitting there anxiously waiting. You would waste hours waiting for your song to come on, just so you could record it, and then that way you could listen to it however you wanted to. But even then, you would have to fast forward or rewind. It's not like, you know what I'm saying? Like today, you just click. Oh, I used to walk to school 7 miles every morning in the snow. We couldn't afford shoes. This is how bad it was. I had to wrap. I had burlap shoes. But anyway, the radio stations, it was like 3 times an hour. They'd play whenever the song was popular, like you would hear it 3 times an hour. And I'm just, shut the F up with and for whatever reason, the song didn't really, it's like one of my all-time favorite songs. So who knows? Geddy Lee of Rush, is jamming the bass while singing. You know who else is good at bass? Let's see. Who's some of the great bass players? I can't think of his name, but the guy from Tool is amazing. Obviously, Flea. I'm not a huge Red Hot Chili Peppers. I like some of their stuff, but Flea's really good. Yeah, I don't know. Hit the parking garage. Hit the parking garage a lot. That sucks, bro. That sucks. But you got to stop texting and driving. See, I knew he was texting and driving. Playing on, well, translated into bass. Oh, they just made it sound. Dun, 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 dun. Getty Lee of Rush is jamming the bass while singing and playing the keys. Which pedals do you use with those guitars? I bought pedals. I never really got into them. I have I don't even fucking remember. I got some whammy. I got I don't even know where they are. They're in a box somewhere. I would always I would Google what Adam Jones from Tool would use because I would try and emulate his sound. And then I don't know, guys. I only comment at stops for the record. Oh yeah, cool. I don't know, guys. Stock market, NASDAQ, now down 400. Wow. 400. That is monster. What is the ES? Down 80? Ooh. Let's pull up TradingView. I don't know that I really want to, but let's freaking do it. Let's pull up. Let's see what's going on in. I mean, it's going to be ugly over in Harmony, that's for sure. Crystal 72, Jewel 60, Clooney and Nickel, Fira $1.16. It doesn't look like it's. Yeah, I mean, it looks like Harmony one's kind of holding up. Evo, 2 cents. I need that one to come. I only put $800 into that one, so that's whatevs. Let's see what we got going on. Bitcoin 28.8. Bitcoin's holding up. All things considered, Bitcoin didn't really do much yesterday. It hovered around 29,000 when the market was pumping. So it really didn't do much during the pump yesterday, and it's not really doing a whole lot during a really bloody. I need to pull up Bloodbath. I just don't have the energy for it right now, to be quite honest. I need some caffeine. That's huge mistakes were made in the title. Oh yeah, I discussed that earlier in the chat. That's why the market's crashing right now. Between Walmart, all the retail, bad news in retail last week, and some of these Facebook earnings, and people are not spending money on advertising. They're reading into, things are being really ugly. I also think that the next round of earnings could be much more positive. You know what movie I just got last night is Top Gun Maverick. Anyone seen that yet? Is that any good? Rex in the house. How you doing, brother? Yeah, you just missed it, bro. We just looked at it, so we're not going to look at it again. We talked about it for like 2 seconds. It's holding up pretty good. I mean, I don't really care what the chart on any of this shit looks like. It's just what the price is at. You can't. I mean, Chad Knight, 1962 will tell you different, but he's sitting there looking at fibs and shit. I mean, I'm actually pretty impressed. This stuff, Bitcoin's not dumping, so why would this stuff be dumping? It is ugly in the stock market right now. Let's take a look at my famous. This should be the most tweeted. This should be the most tweeted, viewed, Snapchatted, Instagrammed, Facebook, whatever social media chart on the planet should be this chart. It should be this chart, guys. This tells it all. I had another one that had words in there. I don't know if I think that was on an old profile. Maybe I'll add that stuff back in. Look at it, guys. Look at this. Are you kidding me? Am I a guru? Am I a soothsayer? Go back and find old videos. This line has been here since the break of dawn, the dawn of time, right? And I said, I could see us going back to this line down here. We're headed for the 200. We're headed, guys. We're headed for down here, IMO. This is not the bottom. I'm calling it live on air right now. Look at this fall. This is a bubble. The bubble has bursted. We're in a recession, and historically speaking, the recession is official now, right? Historically speaking, it goes down another 10, 15% and lasts a while. So, you know, when they were talking about time is on our side and everyone kept you going during the bull run and you listened to all these people because you heard what you wanted to hear, I stick to DH only. I stick to DH only. Dongs and hustle. Hung dongs. Did you mean to do HD? I'm a fundamentalist. I'm a fundamentalist. Yeah, I am too, bro. I am too. Fundamentalist with a little bit of sentimism. Sentimism, is that a word? Anyway, we're not at a bottom. These huevos. That's with the J. You didn't get me. You didn't got him. You didn't get me. You had to say DJ. Or is it spelled with an H? It is spelled. You got him. Got him. These huevos. Got him. That's a good one. Yeah. So we're currently at top to bottom. Start getting second jobs, money in the cushions. It is not, do not expect, you are living in a fantasy world dreamland if you think Bitcoin or this stock market is, because they're not making, is going to be ugly for a while. It's probably going to get worse. This is the time, if you didn't set yourself up to hold and buy what you can during these times, if you were leveraged and got wrecked, live and learn. Live and learn. I learned that I should have sold when it was at greed, right? Next time around, next like huge bull market, all-time highs, greed, I'll be set with a lot of juicy long-term